Roblox is a platform that you'd associate with many things, but predators shouldn't be one of them. Sadly, this isn't the case, and it's being overrun by people preying on children. And that includes an entire cult that is hiding in plain sight. In this video, we're going to be exploring Roblox history, the predator problem, and the existence of a group known as 764. For your sake, I've included timestamps on the video so you can find whatever you're looking for.
What's he gonna do?
I just killed. Whoa!
Oh my god. Okay. So he's blatantly acknowledging that he is a predator.
The problem is, it's like they're outsourcing their moderators and they're putting a huge emphasis into AI.
It's really disturbing. They're basically asking for predators to take advantage of them. So this is a world that someone's taken. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All the way back in the early 2000s, a group of game developers had a vision for a platform that would bring the world together. They wanted a place where developers could create their own games, but they wanted it not only to be for adults, but for children as well, both as a player and a developer. They didn't know how they could pull it off, but spent months planning and building their platform, and by 2006, it was ready to launch, and it was called Roblox. The game consisted of simple creations, and because how easy the tools were to use, it allowed people of all ages from all around the world to bring their dream to life. It introduced kids to the world of coding, modelling and animation in an easy to understand way, and that made it a brilliant tool for education as well. And before long, it became more than just a hobby for a lot of people. Developers realised that Roblox was a platform where they could make some serious money, and the people behind the game were also pushing that narrative heavily. Some people even managed to make a career out of the game, and it became well known in the professional world as well as the personal one. And because of how popular the game got, the company behind it saw their earnings rise. To date, they are valued at over $40 billion. Over half of all children in America have a Roblox account, and that's a crazy statistic. And there are 200 million visits to the site each month, so that just shows you how massive this game really is. But because of all the people who were coming to the game, they were always bound to attract the wrong crowd. And one of the first victims of Roblox would be a girl called Rachel. Rachel was a regular player of the game and created her account when she was just 6. When she was a bit older, she started to follow a game called Sonic Eclipse Online, and eventually she joined the associated Discord server so that she could speak with other players. One of the developers, known online as DoctorRofatnik and known to his friends and members of the community as Doc, had an immediately recognisable avatar. He created Sonic Eclipse Online, and it was very successful, even earning him the title of one of the highest earning Roblox devs. But he couldn't stay away from trouble, because in the Discord server, he would begin to make some questionable comments, especially towards the younger members of the community. He would often joke about rape and women becoming his slaves, and although people would often laugh at these jokes to try and get on his good side, when his private conversation with one member was leaked, everything would change. In a series of private Twitter messages, Doc would say things such as, "You're 12, I expect you to be a little slow on the upbringing, but soon I'll corrupt you beyond your wildest dreams. Words cannot explain what I want to do with you, and you're the reason why I'm going to end up behind bars." Disturbing, right? He had first initiated these conversations with the minor by sending her private developer updates, essentially grooming her into feeling special so that he could then control her, before starting to slide in innuendos and jokes. He would repeatedly make jokes about the young girl, and on multiple occasions also sent explicit pictures of himself to her, and he was well aware of her age. And it's not as if people weren't aware of this either, because Doc's own friends would joke about her being his underage doll. So this was known, and simply ignored. The girl would eventually speak out about the abuse that she had suffered at the hands of Doc, but Roblox wouldn't be quick to act. The girl had asked if they could delete his account after sending over all the proof, but they replied saying that her parent or guardian would need to do it, because of her age at the time. They followed the process and her mum eventually submitted a complaint, and 13 days later, Roblox finally took action against Doc's account. His game was also removed shortly after due to a copyright complaint from Sega. Although he knew he couldn't defend himself against the mountain of evidence that the minor had against him, he did at least try to defend his game. He tried to get it to remain on the platform by saying that he had made no money off it. This wasn't true, and he had even proven himself wrong on a Roblox forum in the past, saying that he makes more money than both of someone's parents combined. Doc left the internet after this incident, and it was rumoured for years that he had actually taken his own life. But years later, the FBI announced that they had actually arrested the man who was behind DoctorRofatnik, and his real name was Arnold Costello. He was found because he had paid over $1,000 for an Uber to bring a 15-year-old girl from her home state of Indiana all the way to New Jersey. He admitted that he had engaged with her multiple times over the 8 days that she had been reported missing since she left home, and also admitted that he had used 3 different identities online to keep himself a secret while he was committing his crimes. DoctorRofatnik was one of them. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison after being found guilty. To date, Roblox have refused to comment on this case or any other ones of this nature, but this isn't old news, and this is still going on. Let's be clear here, predators are running rampant on Roblox. And to be honest, I wouldn't trust the CEO to run a marathon, never mind a website as big as this one. This has been a problem for a number of years, and I'd say that the number of victims that this game has claimed is in its hundreds of thousands. But the issue has largely been ignored outside of internet spaces. It's almost as though everyone has been aware of it, but never wanted to speak out against it. Well, thankfully, that has been changing recently, because it started to grab the attention of the mainstream media. There are individual predators out there on the platform, yes, but there is also one of the worst groups that I have ever heard of, and it's one that many would describe as a cult. It's known as 764. This sounds like something right out of a crime film, but I promise you that this is real and it's affecting lives. There is a massive network of predators who are luring children into a horrible fate through platforms like Roblox and Discord. They have claimed lives. A group of reporters managed to gather 3 million messages from 50 different group chats, and these people operate from many different countries all around the globe. They use Telegram, Discord, Instagram, SoundCloud, Roblox. Nowhere is safe. They've been known about for a while as well, but platforms have failed to stop their horrible activity. These people will coerce thousands of minors into abuse, both physically and digitally, and will also encourage them to kill themselves. One of their main methods is signs, which involves a person being forced to a logo or a person's username into their body. There have been cases where victims have been forced to assault their own family members, their pets, or even take their own lives. There are sadly too many cases of people succeeding in doing the latter. Court records also show that there are genuine cases of members associated with this group being charged in connection with things like robbery, assault, kidnapping, swatting, and even murder. But by far the most widespread thing they partake in is this extortion of minors. And Roblox is one of the platforms that they use to find their victims. If you go into some servers, you will see blatant references to 764 or similar groups. It's sometimes in the in-game chat, but you can of course also find them elsewhere. Some people have 764 in their username, while others dress their character in outfits that have been inspired by the group. Roblox allow users to create their own clothes, and although they do have the power to take these down, they are often too widespread, and a lot fly under the radar. One of the main servers for this is Dollhouse Roleplay, and after the story was picked up by the media, the server put an outright ban on most forms of user-generated content. But some still manage to slip through the cracks, and let me show you why it's not the only server that these people call home. Okay, so we have a very clear problem with Roblox, but I want you to understand just how expansive this problem really is. Because even when I started my investigation into this, I did not think it would be as massive as it is. Because all of this is just in plain sight too, locked behind very easy to solve ciphers. And that's one of the ways that they get around Roblox's moderation. So before we dive into individual profiles, I wanted to first take a look at some of the groups. So we'll take this community for example called Comgirl. So if you don't know, groups on Roblox can have a lot of members and people can create user generated content that can be shared through the group. You can then buy individual pieces of UGC through that group, and sometimes things get through Roblox's moderation as we're seeing here. So if we go onto this Comgirl community and go onto the store tab, we can see that there are a lot of outfits that seem normal at first. But if we bring one up, like I've brought up this one that's just called shorts for example, I can't show this on the video, but the outfit has scars on it. And this is a case for a lot of the items that they are selling on this group. And apart from that, there are other disturbing items of clothing in this community. So for example, we've got this shirt here that says CNC Enthusiast. And if you don't know what CNC is, it stands for consensual non-consent. It's basically something that will be done between two consenting partners where they will act out a situation that is non-consensual in kink. A lot of people engage with this, and it's usually used to help people deal with their trauma if they've suffered that in the past. But when you're bringing it into a kids game like Roblox, you can see the problem. Especially because if we go in this community, there doesn't seem to be any sort of age restriction, meaning that someone who is under the age of 18 could make a Roblox account, go onto this community, join it, and get these disturbing sexual outfits. And it's got 338 members, and disturbingly, after looking through some of their profiles, there are quite a lot of them who are minors. And as you can see, they've generated over 12,000 Robux from this group alone. So it shows you just how profitable it can be to tap into this, and that's why more people are going to do it. And that's why Roblox really need to deal with the problem. And this certainly isn't the only group, because I've chosen another one here where the name is simply Be My Victim. The description reads, "For the sweet mutilated princesses," and from that you can probably get an idea of what I'm about to tell you. If we go into the store tab and pick any of the items like this first one, it also has a lot of scars on the outfit, and people can buy this for as low as 8 Robux. And this one has double what the other group had because it has 784 members. And this group was only made in February. In the grand scheme of things, that really wasn't that long ago. Because Roblox does take down some of these groups, but the problem is another one can pop right back up. And they wait far too late to take action, as we've seen here, because this one has gotten up to almost 800 members. So now I want to dive into some of the individual profiles of some of the members in Roblox who are engaging in activities on the platform. They usually keep it quite blatant, as you can see with this person's username, where they call themselves Liam's Puppy. They don't have an age in their profile, but this person does. Their username is PuppyCNCPlay, and they say in their bio that they are... Their avatar has scars and is also wearing a bikini, and they say "goon to my avatar please" in their bio. So they're actively encouraging sexual activity between two users. And the people who engage in this, some of them call themselves Comboys and Comgirls, and they also exist over on TikTok. So these people have basic profiles where they'll upload videos of their Roblox avatar dancing, but in the bio they're almost always underage. Now some of these people are age playing, but that doesn't make it any better when there is proof that there are legitimate minors in this community. And this person's amassed 130 followers on TikTok as well, and some of their videos have thousands of views, with the most viewed one having 85,000. And almost always these people are also linking out to a Discord, because the com community and Discord go very hand in hand. Some of these disturbing communities actually have their own Discord server directly linked, where you'll actually need to verify. It's basically a completely closed group. We'll get more into that later, but a lot of these people do communicate solely using Discord, although some do choose to use Telegram. Now the next profile is friends of a lot of these accounts who do engage with sexual activity, and they say in their bio that they are only years old. A lot of these profiles do also keep it kind of obscure what they're actually doing in order to try and evade Roblox moderation. Like for example, we've got this account here that says "add me up for you know." And yes, we do know they are talking about studio activity. And studio is in reference to activity basically. It's kind of like the old condos of Roblox that eventually got mostly shut down. Those are still a thing though, and you can find some servers on Discord where people are actively trying to run them and actively trying to get people to engage. And of course, to no one's surprise, there's no age checks whatsoever. And this person has 24 friends as well, so people are actually adding them for you know what, and unsurprisingly, there's no age anywhere in their profile. So we've also got this person here whose name is Silly Cat, and they say, follow me for fun, no studio. They've got 131 friends, and their avatar is dressed in only a bikini. A lot of these people don't say it outright. They do say, you know, for you know what, or for fun. They are really trying their hardest to evade moderation. But a lot of these people, this isn't their first account, so Roblox moderation is getting to them. The problem just seems to be that there isn't any sort of IP ban or anything like that for these people who break these rules. And a lot of these people will also have their position in their bio. Like, for example, we've got this person here who says that they are a top. And if you don't know just how advanced this is, there are so many articles fully portraying, especially the condo situation, but people actually pay people to make like custom animations for these games. People really get off in this. And here's another person trying to keep it under wraps because they say, I know why you're here, winky face. And a lot of these people will also say if they're experienced or not. So we've got this person here who says they are and they are experienced. And again, it's just a whole rabbit hole if you actually look at their friends list, because you just keep finding account after account after account. And although some people try to keep it more on the down low, some people are very upfront about it. Like this person here whose username is Big Surprise for You. In their bio it says to add them if you're interested in seeing a 10-inch surprise that will leave you satisfied. And this person is also bringing terms from out with Roblox into the game. Like they say, if you're used to being a spade, give me a try, I promise getting bleached is fun. A spade is basically a white person who sleeps with a black person, and getting bleached is basically a black person sleeping with a white person. There's definitely some undertones there that shouldn't be brought to a game that's advertised towards kids. And a lot of these people at the front of their bio, they make sure to say that yes, they follow Roblox TOS, like this person here. And this is because Roblox moderators, they might look at the profile, not be arsed to read it, and then see that and be like, yeah, this one's fine. Admittedly, most of the time this method doesn't work, but they try nonetheless. And so many of the people engaging in this just have their avatars as basic black guys. Another way that people get around Roblox's moderation is that they make up games and then put a single letter on it, so then they can add those games to their profile to make up words. For example, we've got this person's profile here where they have spelt out I love BBC, and I assume they're not talking about the British broadcaster. And disturbingly, a lot of these people are also bringing animals into it, and I'm not talking about furries, I'm talking about they actually make their avatar horses and stuff. Like we've got this person here who has the name Pent Up Hung Horse. I don't know how this guy hasn't been banned or why that name is allowed on Roblox in the first place. As you can see, his avatar is a horse, and his bio says that he's in heat and that he's thick and veiny. It's so blatant. It is just so blatant sometimes. So we've got another person here called Brat Puppy, and this is where we get into the even more disturbing territory. Because a lot of the people that was spoken about so far have been minors, but some of them have been adults engaging with other adults. Of course, that's still not right, they shouldn't be doing that on a kid's game, but the thing that I'm about to show you is even worse. Because we've got this person here by the name of Brat Puppy, who has the map emoji in their bio. And this is where we get into another territory, because they say their pronouns first of all, and then they say following something. Now that implies that you go to check their following, and from what I've found out, you then read the bio of the account that they're following. It's basically so if Roblox detects that that bio on the alt account is wrong, then it will likely get banned, so their main is still intact. So if we go to the account that they were following, it's simply titled stop following this account, and we can see that it seems to be in Morse code. So if we take this and then we go to a Morse code decoder, we can put it in and we can see that they say he, him, age play account, straight, females only. In need of a mummy / caretaker, switch, ask for blue please. I can change into different outfits in studio. Now this, they can change into different outfits. Basically when you go into a Roblox studio, it seems as though you can change your avatar in the game. So then you can basically be anyone you want, and a lot of these people have NSFW avatars exclusively for studio. bio. So this person says that they are an age play account, but they also have the map emoji in their bio, so we can get a good idea of what's actually going on here. Now this blue app that they're talking about, I've seen that mentioned on a few profiles so far, so I'm going to have a look into that later and see what we can find. So we've got another account here called DLove, and this is another account that has Morse code in the bio. So let's take that to the same website and let's try and decode it. So this person says native princess looking for a strong foreigner to seed her womb. It's crazy. And the disturbing part is there's really no way kind of for Roblox to moderate this. They could just put an outright ban on Morse code in any bios or in chat, which I think is the ideal solution because it's really the only way you're going to stop this. Unless Roblox implement a system where their moderator can immediately translate Morse code when you're putting it in, which seems a bit far-fetched. And a lot of these people are also in groups which have hundreds of members, like this one, which is Snow Bunny's 18 Games. And you can see they're blatant children in here, like this person here that says UK the underage girl, that is their name. And that's really disturbing because minors are basically putting themselves out there for predators to be taken advantage of. And because they're young, they may not realise just how messed up that is and the effect it will actually have in them until they're much older. Now, some of these people know that Morse code isn't the strongest type of encryption, so they run it through two types. Take this person here for example, their profile has Morse code in it, and if we run it through the Morse code translator, we can see that it's still gibberish, but at the end it says to run it through a Caesar cipher. So if we copy the output of that and then run it through the Caesar cipher, we've got to then take the shift up to 18 to get the real answer. And once we do, we can see that it's finally decoded. She says that she has a very specific type, that she'll only add boys of that type, and then she also gives her Discord. There's no mention of age anywhere on the profile, which is usually a red flag. Some of these people opt not to go for the ciphers though, and these are probably people who are less experienced in this type of thing. Like we've got this person here who blatantly says their age is in their bio. They say add if you like, and their avatar is wearing a top that says I am good boy. And they have 235 friends, and a lot of those people seem to be engaging with NSFW activities, so it's not a hard guess to say that this person also is. So this is one of the most disturbing examples so far because it shows just how low this goes in terms of age. We've got this person here who again has Morse code, and if we go to the Morse code translator, we can see that it's again a Caesar cipher. So we can take the number at the start here, which is 11, and if we shift it forward 11 places, we can see that it's finally decoded, and it says being a victim is better than being boring. Cipher number is my age. So this person is years old and engaging with this activity with who I can only imagine are predators. So this person again has Morse code, and they run it through a different cipher this time. Once it's decoded, it's actually a Affine cipher, I think that's how you say it, but it basically has an A value and a B value. The A value is 11, the B value is 10. They're 21, they say that their profile is an age play account when the cipher is decoded, and they're friends of minors as well, so even if they are an age play account, it doesn't make that okay. You've also got this person who's actually actively in a game right now. These accounts are still active, and you can see that his name's Young Billboy, and it says in his bio that he wants maps to interact. It's again calling for predators to interact with children, from the children directly. And these people are also bringing back another term that kind of indicates to other people that you're also into this stuff, and that's when they describe themselves as limitless. I've spoken about this in a few videos now, but limitless is basically when these people, as the word says, they have no limits, but that's not just implying, you know, they may be into weird, like, legal kinks. It usually means that they're into illegal stuff, and it's kind of like a calling card. And we've got this person here who says he is limitless, but he also describes himself as professional predator bait. And that's what a lot of these people describe themselves as. And just to bring up a group that a lot of these profiles have in common, it's a group with 4.6k members, and it's kind of on the surface it looks like it's just LGBT. It says love has no limits, but the problem is it's kind of being overtaken by predators. There are so many predators using this group to the point where the description has even been deleted. And I can only assume that by joining groups like this, sometimes the chats aren't active, so I can really only imagine that they're kind of finding other people through the members tabs. A lot of them also have Discord, so as we can see here, and I suppose we can take a look. Never mind, the invite's invalid. Great. And all of these groups also have games associated with them, or some of the profiles have games associated with them. And this is kind of like the whole condo situation all over again, where these games will have custom animations, custom sets, all intended for activities. Like this one we've got called Black Only, or we've got this one which is unavailable right now. I think it's a mobile only one, but again it's associated with one of these groups and it has 700 favourites. And you'll also notice that a lot of these don't have a content maturity set. That's because a lot of the players are underage. Now this is one of the most disturbing accounts I've come across yet, and I really hope Roblox ban this one ASAP. They've got 5 friends and their name is Free Use Year-old. They have Morse code in their bio, and if we decode it, it says it does confirm that their age is 13, and I'm not reading this out, but it's incredibly disturbing. It's really disturbing. They're basically asking for predators to take advantage of them. And they also say that they have a Discord, so to ask for their Discord. So again, this isn't just a Roblox problem, it's a Discord problem as well, because the two go hand in hand. And just to further prove that predators are actually taking advantage of these minors, we've got this person here who is friends with a lot of the accounts that I've spoken about. His name is I Am Studio Player, and he says in his bio that he is a map, aka a predator. And he's friends with an account called Maps Add Me. This person has also got a Caesar cipher in their name, so let's run it through the Caesar quick. Again, I can't read that out, I am not reading that out, but they again say that they want to be taken advantage of by a predator. And they're underage, I don't think I need to tell you that. And this person, whose name is as blatant as Maps Add Me, has 51 friends. We can see that they joined on the 30th of April, and right now it's the 7th of May. So they've had their account for 7 days, and they've already got 50 friends. That's how many predators are waiting on the wings, just ready to pounce as soon as another account's created. And these people also describe themselves as AAMs, which stands for Adult Attracted Minors. I don't like calling them that because they're victims. That's what they should be called. But they blatantly say in their bio, cartography, as if it's something to celebrate that you're being groomed. And this is kind of bringing the whole gooning conversation back into it. We've spoken about that, and that's kind of been an overarching thing in these predator discussions, because gooning is very much associated with it. If you don't know what gooning is, it's basically when someone gets off for hours on end. And specifically in this profile, this person says that they have no limits and they're also a goonette. That's basically what these people call a female who does this stuff. It's a really weird thing, I'm not gonna lie. But they're very closely associated, and it seems that they are in Roblox as well. Like, we had the example of earlier of someone saying, please goon to my avatar. And here's another example of proving that Roblox does terminate accounts sometimes, but doesn't actually solve the issue. We've got this person here who says that their other account was terminated, that they are a minor, and they love cartography. That's terrible, and I can only assume that their bio was similar on their other account. So again, I raise the question to Roblox. If people are breaking this rule for CSA violations, then why are you not suspending them permanently? Why are you allowing them to go and make another account without any consequences? I would like to see if there's a stat for if Roblox have actually forwarded any reports to the NCMEC, because it's very concerning how rife this problem is. We've also got this person here called Old Grandpa, who is friends with a bunch of minors, but I wanted to bring up his profile just because his bio is incredible. He says, I don't want to talk with anyone right now because my friend Ali oofed herself. Dude, see if I ever off myself and someone describes me as oofing myself, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna haunt them for the rest of eternity. Poor Ali, man. And I really can't show this one, but this is another person who does this whole stuff, and their avatar is just... Some of these people have like blank avatars, right? Because they change it in the studio, but this person literally has just their chest out on Roblox. They're basically naked. Their avatar is naked. And their account has been up since 2023. August 2023. That is almost 2 years. And some of these people are underage and trading as well. So this is kind of another problem of, you know, legitimate CSAM is being traded here. Not only by predators to other predators or predators to kids, but between children as well. And that really needs to be tackled. And again, they also make more reference to this blue app. So it's again a place place where I can only imagine disturbing illegal activity is going on. Now, a lot of these Comboys and Comgirls are also associated with the groups that we spoke about earlier in the video, so groups like 764. And obviously we know the disturbing activity that goes on there, so the Roblox groups do quickly get banned, but more just pop up and they always link out to Discord servers. So as far as we know, this is a very vast network of predators operating across 2 platforms, even more, possibly even more, with no consequences. It got so bad that one server actually had to put an outright ban on UGC because it was being harassed by the 764 members. It's a game called Dollhouse Roleplay, and it's known for this stuff. If you went in there a couple of weeks ago, it wouldn't take long for you to stumble upon one of these people, and to be honest, I'm sure that if you went onto it now, it would still be quite easy to find them. Let's load up a Dollhouse Replay server to see what's going on. We'll join this one with 25 people in it. Well, immediately we've got someone in the chat saying they're 14, which isn't unheard of for a game like this. But you've also got this absolute power couple here, if I may point out. Now, I will say this is being picked up by news outlets from all around the world, and it's being especially spoken about in the UK, and just today at the time of recording this, the FBI actually spoke out to say that they are aware of the threat that 764 poses. So my point is that even though you may be able to go onto Dollhouse Roleplay nowadays and still find disturbing activity, you may not find 764, because if there's one thing the group knows how to do, it's when to leave. So the likelihood is that they've went off to a different server, a much more obscure server that we will never have access to. Or just other, you know, popular servers that me or you wouldn't think to play, but ones where they can target minors still. And as you can see, I do have UGC on my character, but it's not loading in because, like I say, they've banned it from this server completely. And that's another reason that 764 members and other members of other groups have likely left to join other servers because of the UGC ban. Now, realistically, the best solution to this would be for Roblox just to outright ban UGC, but I'm not stupid enough to think that's actually a viable option, because it's not. UGC makes Roblox, to be honest. There is a lot of genuinely good UGC, and I guarantee that a large portion of their player base, if not the majority, have UGC on their character. But I do think there needs to be stronger moderation in place for what people are actually allowed to upload as UGC. Well, but you know, I say people aren't allowed UGC, but you've got this guy here who has eat, sleep, repeat on his top. Great, so I can't have my golf clothes, but this guy can have that on his shirt. Great. So there are obviously ways to get around it, just ways that I clearly don't know. And there's a fantastic account on Twitter called Rocatchers, highly recommend you follow them, and they recently made a tweet where they ran the numbers of the condo servers that are being advertised through Discord directly, and Discord are making $100,000 a year, more than that, through nitro boosts on these servers. And as Rocatchers perfectly put it, that's 6 figures off of exploiting children. And again, another YouTuber who you should watch, No Text to Speech, or my Discord video, the problems on that platform are even worse. They really don't handle child safety well at all, and to be honest, they put profit over kids. And no company should do that, especially not one as massive as Discord. So this is another server called Public Bathroom Simulator, where it's also known for having a lot of minors interacting and also activity. We can see that we've got a muscly guy lying in this bath with a girl on his lap. That was a jump scare, Jesus. And these servers can have 75 people on them. That's like, most can only have about like 30. And a lot of the people that we did speak about today use this server. And as you can see, there is no ban on UGC for this server yet. And the word is that it's actually shutting down on the 1st of June, which is great. So I doubt that they will implement a UGC ban between now and then. And you can see it's absolutely massive. And to be honest, this guy's better than any UGC. Tung Tung Sahur, that is the type of guy we need. Is this guy naked? Oh my god. Put your clothes on, son. Is he slut dropping in Roblox? Am I witnessing a man slut drop in Roblox? And no doubt if I waited around here long enough, I would find someone with a shirt from one of these disturbing groups. Because it's more common than you'd think. And look, I'm on quite early in the day, I'm not gonna lie, these people I assume get on at night and are not in my time zone either. But even then, I've seen animations and shirtless men that I did not want to see. As you can see, this one's been downvoted to all hell, it's got 32% like to dislike ratio. Hopefully Roblox do something, man, but I don't see it. I really don't. The CEO spoke out today saying that if people are worried about their kids being on Roblox, don't let them be in Roblox, cause that's apparently a fix-all solution. Someone get that man's hard drive checked. After my own investigations into this topic, I wanted to get some more insight from someone who has done this for a while now, and someone who has genuine arrests to their name, and who I personally believe to be fantastic at what they're doing. So I reached out to Roblox predator hunter Schlep, and he agreed to do an interview with me. And what he had to say about the platform was absolutely shocking.
My name is Schlep. I am a Roblox predator catcher. Well, I do predator catching content in general, just on stuff on the internet, but I primarily have been focusing on Roblox because, in my opinion, it is one of the most disgustingly moderated platforms I have ever seen. Like, we will get predators arrested in real life, and they won't even care. They don't even, like, will ban the account. So, like, right now, I could show you an account of someone we got arrested in real life that they have just refused to ban.
It's actually insane, and that was going to be one of my later questions, but I suppose I'll ask you about it now. Why do you think Roblox aren't removing the accounts of known predators, and sometimes, like you say, predators who have even been arrested?
You know, that's a great question. I ask myself that every day. You know, it is pretty wild. Like, here's one. I'll go ahead and send you this over. This is a guy we got in Hawaii. He is actively playing Roblox. I got on a call with this guy, and he told me that, like, he has viewed videos of, like, toddlers and just the most disgusting things. He's told me he's groomed 500 minors within the Roblox community, and we've seen this guy actively talking in, like, Roblox condo servers and grooming and all of that. So he wasn't, like, joking. He said it in a very serious tone. It would not surprise me in any way. But yeah, this is him right here. He got arrested. I gave my sworn testimony to the cops there in Hawaii. I think it was Waipahu, Hawaii, and he has new Roblox accounts. He's actively playing. I've sent Roblox videos of him with his voice, but they can easily compare. This is the same guy. He's ID verified on both of these accounts, meaning Roblox, they have everything. They have absolutely everything. And they're just outright refusing to ban an arrested predator. And my only guess, I have no idea. I mean, I'd assume some of these Roblox admins have, like, kids. It is mind-blowing how they just do not care about people like this on their site.
Yeah, it's completely shocking, because especially when you've got a platform with so many kids on it, surely banning child predators is, like, the #1 thing, or you'd at least think that would be the most important thing. So, if you don't mind going back a bit, when did you first become aware of the problems that were going on at Roblox?
Well, I've known about these problems for a very long time. I've seen a lot of these problems when I was a kid firsthand. But, like, when I really noticed there was a problem was when I found the ERP community on Roblox, and I was absolutely blown away with what my eyes had to be graced with. I mean, it is a community of probably about, I think Ruben Sim's database is about 20,000 people in it. These people are just actively trading CSAM, they're role-playing, like role-play, age play. It's just the most degenerate, disgusting things you can imagine just going on. And what I decided to do is I made a decoy account. I had one of my friends dress up in a Chris Hansen skin, and you know, we made a little game for them. And you know, right when they try to get down and dirty, we would pop out and give them a little surprise.
That is phenomenal, and obviously your video series on Roblox has been doing fantastic. So just a little bit more about you and the stuff you do. For some people who may not have seen your stuff, are there any individual cases of predators that you've caught from Roblox that you would say are your most notable that you'd like people to know about?
Okay, so I would say probably the most crazy ones that I've gotten so far would be the first one I got, like the first arrest I got, which was on a guy in Florida who we did like one of those little Roblox predator catches, and I ended up just talking to him afterwards because he was just totally okay with calling, and we eventually convinced him to meet up at a park. And I told this guy that these people, they're gonna help you, all that, and they go around helping people going through similar stuff. And he showed up at a park and met a predator catcher by the name of Alex Rosen. He's the same guy who caught EDP, and at that park he showed him a CP, and just the most disgusting Telegram CP. And he has been arrested on 3 counts of CSAM, and that is currently, from my understanding, is in trial right now. I'm closely watching the case. I mean, they've search warranted him. It's like still going out. Roblox did actually ban that guy after that whole ordeal happened, which was surprising to see. But now they won't even ban the predators we got. But the next guy, he is actually made the news because it was such a big deal. His name, it was Matthew, and we caught him in Virginia with Gideon, and he was probably some of the most disgusting chat messages I've seen for a predator. I mean, it was just full-on grooming. He was teaching I think our decoy was, I'm almost certain it was, and he was teaching the decoy all these different terms and meanings, and trying to open them up to send inappropriate photos and just very gross stuff. And eventually he tried to show up at a library in Virginia to have sex with this 12-year-old. And when that actually went down, it was me and Gideon there, and we called him and talked to him for about an hour, I'd want to say. And he was eventually Mirandized and told the officers he did all of that. And I'm not sure what crime it is, but he was held on bail without bond, which is pretty wild. So yeah, that I was subpoenaed to go to court and testify against him. Things have weirdly changed with that. I don't know if I'm going to Virginia still or not, but I at one point that was looking like it was going to be the case. But yeah, that was definitely a very disgusting one to have to deal with. But yeah, we've gotten 4 arrests on Roblox people. We're still catching these Roblox people. I'm flying out in a few weeks to go catch another Roblox guy. So that's kind of what we've been doing so far.
You're doing the Lord's work. What was it that kind of wanted to make you, take these guys down in real life rather than just, maybe get them banned from the platform or report it to Roblox? Like, was there anything that made you specifically want to start confronting predators in person?
I guess the main thing was, I mean, we've all heard about Roblox predators for the longest of time, like these are things that people are very aware of. But I guess nobody has really seen them. Like we've seen like photos, we've heard about the cases, but these are literally the instances, like the full process of like what they were attempting to do, meet up in person, and then, go to town with a kid and then get confronted on these actions. And it's kind of something that just hasn't been done before in terms of the Roblox space and gaming in general. It's way different than like your typical average predator catches. And in my videos, I really do try to highlight the serious natures of these, because you might notice a lot of predator catching videos, it more of has like a kind of a unserious undertone, just kind of like memeing on them and stuff like that. I mean, I'll still meme on them and stuff like that, but it's just like I really try to highlight the actual safety issues going on with Roblox and these different gaming platforms, because it is really serious. And I mean, it's absolutely insane what is currently going on. I wish more people would, like journalists and stuff like that, would talk about it.
And that's kind of one of the main problems. It's not really getting that much attention in the mainstream media, especially. Do you think it's an issue that will start to be picked up more and more now that publications like The Sun are starting to like tell the story, or do you kind of see it still being ignored?
I definitely see this in the near future being a more prominent thing people are talking about. I mean, for instance, like you mentioned, The Sun, I was in an article where they quoted me and went over some of the stuff I've like done. That's the thing. Like, I think it is going to start getting picked up more. I just think what needs to happen is we need to start putting more pressure on the journalists who cover this wrong. Like, for instance, the BBC, they did an interview with David Baszucki, a sit-down interview. They could have asked him actual hardball question, but the interviewer asked her, why is Squid Game on Roblox? Like, I could list you a billion more actually, interesting questions to ask the CEO of Roblox than why is Squid Game on Roblox?
Yeah, it's insane. And because the CEO and other people at the company aren't being asked these hard questions, it allows them to avoid responsibility.
Yeah, for sure. But I think that's what I find interesting that's changing is like, David Baszucki will go on Twitter, the CEO of Roblox, and say how safe his platform is. But all the players on Roblox, they know it's bullcrap. They know that if they report someone, the likelihood of anything happening to them is very, very low. So what you've seen is the CEO of Roblox getting community noted and then just ratioed into oblivion. There's multiple, like, I don't even know if he like tweets anymore about like safety stuff because he literally can't. I mean, he will just get a community note and a ratio if he does.
It's insane. So, obviously, there's more people on the side that believe Roblox aren't doing enough, but of course there's always going to be some people who believe that Roblox are doing enough in terms of safety. What would you say to those people?
Well, I had recently a developer reply to something of mine and give like me an argument like, is Roblox supposed to moderate other people's platforms? Well, I mean, the thing is, we will catch predators who plan meet within a Roblox game. So they have all the chat logs, they have all the messages. In some cases, they might even be getting subpoenaed for this because I don't really know what's going on internally with Roblox and the police. But, I mean, they have everything. And we reach out to them, we tell them this, hey, these are their accounts, and they're not doing anything. Like, with the guy we got in Hawaii, we sent Roblox the same evidence the police are using to go against him, and they did nothing about it until we released our video. And then he made a new account, and we've been emailing them, we've been telling Roblox, and they haven't banned him. So, like, that's the thing about it. And I think what's funny is they'll, like, IP hardware ID ban Ruben Sim for saying the F word in Roblox voice chat, but they won't do anything about predators who try to meet children within games on Roblox. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, it is very stupid, especially when you put it like that and, like, everything's just laid out. So, obviously, your videos have been viewed by millions of people. Have you received any backlash from posting the type of content that you do?
I mean, there's backlash. People don't agree with, like, there's some people who don't agree with the idea of predator catching and stuff like that. And I guess my overall reaction to that sort of stuff is like, I don't really care. I mean, these are people coming in person to meet up with a child, and instead of a child, it's us confronting them, like, what would you have rather happen? These people just be let go and keep doing this horrible, heinous stuff? It's stupid. I really make sure to go out of my way. Like, I don't need to do this at all, but I want these people prosecuted. I want these people to like actually face criminal charges for what they're attempting to do. It's so much beyond the videos I'm making. And honestly, if I wasn't getting paid, I'd still probably be doing that. Like, I really like want these people to face actual repercussions for it. And I feel like these videos are really putting a megaphone onto this problem because it's showing people what is actually going down,
Yeah, no, definitely. And obviously the work you're doing is extremely important. Do you see yourself kind of doing that for the foreseeable future? Like, do you have any other plans that you'd want to take your content with, or is it just about making sure that predators are getting off the streets?
What, just on my Schlep channel? Well, I'll probably still be doing like predator catching videos. I really have liked it. I've got to meet a lot of awesome people. I've been decoying for like OMA and stuff like that in real life lately, but I probably in the future will kind of shift away from Roblox stuff. Like, I think VR chat is another huge problem. I've been like talking with a lot of the predator catchers over there. In my opinion, they're arguably worse than Roblox because they will not moderate the predators in any capacity, but they'll moderate the predator catchers. I haven't been banned by Roblox yet, but I'll give Roblox that. They haven't banned me.
So, what do you really think is the next step in terms of what Roblox can do to better moderate this problem?
I got a perfect solution for you. Here, okay, I wanna show you a game on Roblox. This is a very easy step that they could do. Just one click of a button, one click of a mouse button that they could fix. This game right here is called RoMeet. This is based off of Omegle, which is a game that which is a site that got removed for child exploitation. There's right now 761 people playing it. It has 241 million visits. Watch, I'm gonna literally join this game. I bet you one of the first few people I find on here is gonna be someone doing some not good things. So let's see. All right, so let's see what we find. Okay, that guy looks fine. You gotta find the bacon hairs will pop up. Okay, here we go. Hi. Oh, I will definitely bang you, girl. Yeah. How are you doing? I'm good.
Is the chat on this app moderated in the slightest?
Oh, they say they do. I don't believe it is. I think it's pretty wild. Oh, just pure hashtags. Just what do you want to do? I will definitely. Oh, just laying in bed. Yeah, he's just laying in bed. Same XD. What you wanting to do?
So are these the kind of avatars that you've got to look
Oh wow, and you see that in the bottom right? See this? This is probably another guy calling. Here, let me just accept this. Let's see what we'll get. Oh, I don't know if it worked. Oh, I'm kind of right now, not gonna lie. Alright, let's see what he's gonna eventually try to get me on Snapchat, watch. Wait.
Something that I've noticed during a lot of my research for this video as well is that they
look at all these bacons calling me. For sure. Yeah. You freaky.
Great.
Add my snap. Yeah. I don't even need to play this game anymore. You get the gist of it.
Wow.
That's just one of them. Another one is Dollhouse Roleplay. You mentioned to me how you're covering this. This game is. I have no idea how this is even still allowed on Roblox. I mean, I bet you I'm gonna get in this game. I bet you someone's gonna talk about age play or something weird. Got a weird looking avatar there. Try to see if we can find any H players. They're pretty easy to find. Yeah, I mean, you know, Dollhouse Roleplay shouldn't be a thing. That's where a lot of 764 users are. Yeah, that's just a few things. You know, Dollhouse Roleplay, any of those like weird public bathroom simulator games, they shouldn't be a thing. I mean, the list goes on. There's a lot of things on Roblox that I have no idea who is allowing these experiences for children, but you know, they're quite literally enabling and just totally complicit with child exploitation on their site.
And that shows just how easy it is to find as well, because that literally, we were on screen share for 2 minutes and we already found guys who were asking to get freaky on Snapchat and just it's crazy.
Yep.
And it seems like Roblox is doing nothing, especially because on games like Dollhouse Roleplay, they've tried to ban user-generated content. Like, my outfit doesn't even load in whenever I go on there on my personal account. And I'm seeing guys with completely disturbing shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, you'll see people with like shirts mentioning CP and 764 and comms and literally anything you could think of. It's probably going down in Dollhouse Roleplay, and it's really disturbing. And I wouldn't be shocked if we like when these cases start getting built against these predators that have been coming out lately, that some of these people have been finding them through like games like Dollhouse Roleplay.
See cults like 764 and other similar groups. Do you think that because of Roblox not taking a proper stance against predators, that kind of sends a message out that groups like that are safe on platforms like Roblox, and that will just make the problem continue to get worse?
Roblox right now is, I guess what you could call it, has amnesty for predators. You know, they are creating the absolute safest space on the internet for predators to go. I mean, like, dude, all right, I bet you I'm going to find this is a map community on Roblox right here. Let's see what we're going to find here. Old teacher. Oh, BWC map. The big white cock map. So this is a Caesar cipher right here. So let's decode this. There we go. 6-inch BWC always f***ing hard. I love femboys, females, especially with bubbly, wobbly butts. I'm limitless. That just means they're a file. A map looking for AAMs. AAM stands for Adult Attracted Minors, and MAPS is Minor Attracted People. So this is a file looking for children attracted to adults. And you know, he has his Discord right there. I mean, you just saw, I just looked up a Roblox group and found this guy. I mean, you keep going, it goes on literally forever. I mean,
Yeah.
these are all just accounts allowed on Roblox. And what they do is they will ban these accounts after a few days, but they just create a brand new account, and they lose nothing. They lose literally nothing. Yeah, I mean, that's the crazy thing about it. It's so disturbing. Like, just scrolling through like these accounts. Like, I mean, this is most definitely a pedophile. Like 12 girl underscore BBC News. I like My Little Pony unicorns and making friends, and they're in all of these ERP race play groups on a kids game. Like, how is that even a sentence that I can just like put together? That's just freaking crazy. Oh wait, here we go. Map Mama. Let's see what Map Mama's doing. There we go. I love Shada. So that is, I believe, is that of guys? That's like lolly of guys, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I love Shada so much. I'm a millennial map mommy. So that means they're like 30, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they're 30 years old. I'm old, I know. Real life Shadas get first priority. Also hung ones. I'm gonna be honest. Hung is something pretty bad. I've heard that term so much. I'm not even sure what it means. I just know it's bad. I mean, it just goes on forever. Jaden Animations. What the fuck is this, bro? Oh my god, bro. Dude, we got Jaded Animations, Roblox characters going to town with Roblox bulls, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro.
People look at stuff like this and might think it's not real because of just how absolutely insane it is. But the truth is, it is real, it's going on, and people really need to start being aware of that, especially parents and kids. Do you think that parents and children are aware of just how bad the predator problem really is on Roblox?
I think parents are starting to become aware. I was talking to this girl the other day. She's probably like in her, I would say like 30s or 40s. She has a kid, and she was telling me about how her daughter wanted to get on Discord and how she plays Roblox, and how she is super vigilant of what she's doing on Roblox, and how she doesn't want her kid at all to be on Discord. She keeps trying to get back on it, but she keeps grounding her kid because doesn't want her to get on Discord. And I mean, the reason that specifically happened was because of a case in a state that I'm in where a 10-year-old got abducted through Roblox. Like that was how she became aware of that. I actually, it wasn't a 10-year-old, it was 2 minors within a certain county here that went to the state attorney general, and they are investigating Roblox, which is crazy. I mean, and in the same county, like, really think about that. Like, that's how crazy it is. Multiple victims in one place. Like, that's how big this problem is getting.
Yeah, and do you think that Roblox need to kind of hire more moderators in an attempt to combat the problem? Because I don't actually know how big the moderation team is at Roblox, but it seems like it's certainly not anywhere near big enough.
I think what the issue is, most of the moderators are from India. Like, I swear, like, here, I'll show you this. This is my report to Kiani from Hawaii. So they're responding to me at 7:13 a.m. right, and they're responding to me as well at 8 p.m. Like, are you serious? Like, you're telling me someone from the United States is working at 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. Like,
yeah,
it's so stupid. Like, they're not even from the United States. They're most likely being outsourced. So, like, I think the problem is, it's like they're outsourcing their moderators and they're putting a huge emphasis into AI, and they're not taking down games that are very, very clearly a safety problem. I think people just need to keep talking about this, spreading the word, let parents know, that's really the only way this will ever get solved, especially as well when Roblox comes out and says we are a safe platform. Show them what they're doing. Show them, like, how that they're, like, moderating their site. Because that is how you get problems fixed, and it's anything else that's going on, it's just like, it's kind of irrelevant. Just keeping this message going is like the best thing you can really do.
Okay, so I've made a decoy account to kind of speak to some of these predators on the internet, hopefully try and get their details to make an official report to Roblox and the NCMEC, and one of them, who's 27 years old, has invited me to look at a studio game. So we're gonna get first-hand insight into what these Roblox studio games are really like, and what these predators are inviting minors to view. So as you can see here, he's invited us to edit his game, so if we go on, we'll see what we can see. So he gave me edit permissions, so we can actually see everything here. Okay, I don't think we have voice chat, which is good. So as you can see here, this is what these adults... Oh my god, oh my god. Keep calm and breed on. He's saying I can morph, I don't know how to morph. But look at this, there's literally, I can't show this, but there is literally a massive dildo. He's telling me to morph. I think when people get invited here, they can morph into more NSFW versions of their avatars, but my problem is, obviously I don't have that. Morph into someone with a good avatar, I don't know how to morph. I can view everything here. Wow, okay. But you can see here, you can... Dude. There's a stripper pole. There is a literal stripper pole. And it says here on the wall, breeding grounds. Now, just a reminder that this person who I'm on with right now believes I'm 14. Oh my god! I'm just gonna say, hee nice. How do I morph? I'm gonna Google this quickly. Oh my god, he literally just said morph for daddy too. This is a 27-year-old, bro. And he thinks he's speaking to a child. Okay, wait, I think I figured it out. Model? No. Avatar. Oh wait, and I just realized this guy, the chat is completely uncensored. Go to the left button. What left button? Oh. Oh, oh my god. Holy, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pick one of these random people that I have friended and morph into their avatar. Okay, I've morphed. Has that worked? I said, are you sure you don't mind my age, lol? And he said, try this morph, you might like it. Mindless_FR. Okay, he's giving me the username of someone. Oh my god, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this avatar is kind of serving cunt. It's too bad he's trying to do it with a minor. I said I don't mind his age if he doesn't mind mine. Which, by being in this server, he clearly doesn't. Dude, this is insane. Oh my god, he said, you know daddy love it tight. Really, really tight. Oh my god. I said, do you usually do stuff with girls my age? Cause I usually am into older guys too. So I'm trying to get him to admit that he has engaged with minors this way before. Let's just have a look at some of the other stuff here. There's literally a cage you can get into, by the way. Oh my god! And he's just admitted, by the way, that he does actually do this with minors. He says, I do. And I can't show this. I can't even show this blurred, but the guy's just whipped his out. Oh my god. Bruh. I actually can't. What the f? And look at this There's so much stuff you can morph. Oh my god. I've given my avatar. I didn't even know I could do that. You can do all of this stuff and this guy thinks. Bro, there's literally so many options to give your characters literal, like, body parts, right? Just completely exposed. And this guy is inviting a year-old to the server where you can do this. And he's 27. This could be someone's dad. There's people older than him doing this. I don't even know what to say. I don't think I want to say it. And he's literally just said, don't forget your body and morphs. Oh my god. There's options to make your Roblox character fully naked. Why is this allowed in a kids game? I am so sorry, but Roblox seriously need to do something about this, because this has no right to exist in a kids game. Something like this should not be allowed to happen. Try Prim's Bruised. What the f is that? I need to actually phone one of my mates right now, because this is insane. Hello. Right, I'm recording right now. I'm gonna start my screen share. I need you to be ready for what you're about to see, okay?
Oh my god.
This black man with a big cage. What's going on?
Look at the chat. He said,
Wait.
turn around and if you want that old musket.
Why would anyone just...
I need
Is this
you
the
to
guy
share
you've been
this with
talking to?
someone. This is a 27-year-old man who thinks I am morph. Customize. Body type. Oh,
Search.
Prim's bruised. Wait. Oh my
Oh
god!
my god. Look at those size.
Why am I kind of...
Search for Prim's bruise. Just look up bruise,
Oh.
see what happens. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god!
Oh
She's
my
got
god.
scars! She's got... It says Daddy's little on the back.
What the actual...
And I...
Wait, okay, so what now?
I told him, I think, did I add my...
Oh my absolute
I
god.
added it. Wait, what?
And you know,
Neon? Sticker glow
hey
stick
baby girl,
it
you got
there.
that neon.
Come here.
Okay, now what?
Is he going to...
Going to free?
What's he gonna do?
I like this cube. What? Is he eating your... Come on.
Oh my god.
The night. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The noises are insane. Wait, now what?
What do we do? How, I'm sorry, right? But not only is he a predator, but how much of a fucking virgin do you have to be to actually want to get your hole on Roblox? Should we go do anything or we just get sit here? Do you reckon that guy's just like beating his shit to this right now? Why is this okay, by the way? Why does it look like he's got like tinsel from a Christmas tree coming out his office?
It is me. It just looks like, you know, like the like bacteria on the Last of
Yeah.
Us. He's got like cordyceps coming out of him.
This is not humanly possible.
How about this? Oh wait. Have you ever
tried to
you ever tried this one? Oh my god, yeah, so this
my
is the spawn area. Look at this fat and then hold on, has he said anything?
I said bins, why can you bins? What is going on?
He's not saying anything, he's just this year old.
I'm probably getting off to it.
Oh my
Oh my god, it's like an alleyway.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
These videos also get uploaded to Spotify. I'm gonna say this in case I can somehow leave it in, but this says, get you dumb get railed and fulfill your usage. Disposable meat. Take to your brain dead, you bait. And
That is
just a reminder that this
fucking
guy's
wild.
inviting kids to this, and there's more rooms. Look how many rooms there are to this.
He has spent genuine time on this.
Can I dance?
Oh, I get the Gritty? Gritty?
No way.
Oh my fucking god.
Hold on.
Wait, do dancing pole, do dancing pole. Oh god, you're hitting me, Gritty. Right foot creep, yo, what can I eat?
Oh my god.
Have you ever tried this one?
I think. He's not even biting. He's not a Sabrina Garfinkel listener.
He's that much of a fat virgin that he doesn't even know Sabby Carp.
How dare he? Oh, he took access of me. He must be starting a new one. Or maybe he got his hole and is now leaving. Did he block me?
Wait.
I mean, either way, I've got everything I need to make a very good report to Roblox. He actually did. I'll send him a friend request, see if he accepts. Now, I'm going to put this guy's profile on blast. This is a 27-year-old file. Go and report him to everywhere you can possibly think of. So yeah, you saw firsthand. Well, I'm not sure how much of that I can leave in the video. Probably a grand total of 1%. But you saw my reaction and my friend's reaction to that. That was shocking. That was horrific. Things like that should be nowhere near a kid's game, especially not this out in the open. And as you can see, this guy is going through minors like no one's business, right? He was completely fine with me being there until he was done, until the minor was done. Then he immediately goes and blocks her. And you know what he does? He goes off and he goes to get another minor. And with the amount of children who are actually playing this game, he's got such a massive pool to fish from. Kids aren't safe in Roblox. They really aren't. And I know I mentioned earlier in the video about Blue, about how they used Blue as a code name, and finally cracked the code because I ended up asking one of these people on the decoy account what Blue was. Blue is Discord. They're in cahoots. Roblox and Discord go hand in hand when it comes to predators, and neither platform cares. I made a video on the whole Discord situation and the whole Gunner predators. You can watch that video by clicking up in the top corner. And I recommend you do get some insight to that, whether it's from my video or someone else's, because the problem is so bad. Not just on this site, but on that one too. This guy's asking for my Blue, so I'm gonna give it to him. And now this is something that's up with Roblox's moderation. You can see here that he asked for my username, and when I tried to put it, it was tagged. So it seems like they tag anything which they detect to be usernames, but I literally followed it up by putting my username, which I'm not going to show here because it is a decoy account, with a space. And it didn't get censored at all, and then I literally just followed up saying no space. So that's how easy it is to get around it. Roblox's moderation system and their tagging system is completely broken, and you saw there that in Studio you can basically remove tags and the chat can be completely uncensored. And even though those games may not be public, all it takes is for a minor to join one of these communities, a map to then contact them, and suddenly they're in a place like that completely uncensored where predators will do disgusting things. Okay, so this is an example of just how bad the hashing system on Roblox is. I gave another guy my Discord username when he asked for it a little bit ago, and it blurred it out because apparently it detected it was a username, or at least that's what I thought. So instead I got around that by putting one, it's a 2-word that's put together, so I put one word and then another with a space and then said remove the space. But then for another guy, I sent him the exact same message and it blurred, and then I sent the username itself and it didn't blur. There's no consistency when it comes to it. Okay, so this is the username of one of those people who added me from Roblox. They know I am, and they themselves have said that they are 30 years old. So let's see what this person has to say for himself. Okay, so this person messaged back, hey, I'm just gonna say, hello, you sure you don't mind? Initially trying to get him to admit that he knows that what he's doing is wrong and acknowledging the age of the decoy. And that's one of the first steps that you've kind of got to do, establish intent as well. Obviously, you know, I'm not acting like I am law enforcement. I'm not law enforcement. None of YouTube predator hunters or anyone who does the sort of videos that I do are law enforcement. But I've said this before in videos like my Mama Max one, the things you can do if you are trying to do this type of stuff is to make it as easy as possible for the police to seek a conviction. So he said, I should be asking you that question, you goofball, and I said, how old were you again? So trying to get him to say his age, he's going to say it here, I think. Yeah, he said, I'm 30 years old and speaking to a year old. I said, I don't mind, don't worry, as long as you don't mind mine either. If you've got any responses on Roblox, and I just want to point out that I'm actively receiving friend requests as I am recording this. And that's just from passively being in groups, so that shows that predators are just waiting on the wings, like I've said before, to pounce on any minors that join these groups, minors that they haven't had the chance to prey on yet. Okay, so this guy said he doesn't mind the age gap one bit. I just said, good then, what you doing? Hopefully trying to get him to see if he wants to engage in some sort of Roblox roleplay, because he did indicate that. And let's take a look at this guy's profile. So he says, babysitter, will gladly take care of and watch over your kids. No offense, but I wouldn't trust this guy within 5 meters of a school. Includes baby pets too. Puppies and kittens are always welcome. I wouldn't even trust him near a vet. Let's take a look at his friends list and see if he's got any other minors on here. Okay, so someone on his friends list has an extremely disturbing username. They have 2015 in their name. Whether this person is real or a predator hunter is unknown, but there's always a risk that this person is actually. And they've said to run their bio for a Caesar cipher, so we're going to do just that. Wow. Okay, so this person disturbingly says, I'm a 10-year-old girl looking for older boys and men who want to have fun with me. I'm underdeveloped and it's just, it's actually upsetting sometimes when you see people like this who could actually be children and they're just putting themselves out there for disgusting men like this one to take advantage of. They even link their Discord, so you can just imagine the amount of messages from predators are receiving. So this guy said that he's relaxing on the couch, been a pretty tough day at work, gonna be worse tomorrow. So that's a man who goes to work, comes home and decides to speak to kids on the internet. Because that's a shining example of an employee of the month, if I do say so myself. So I said, not much, just on Studio. He says, oh, well, you're having fun. I said, I suppose, haha, do you play Studio or Cons much? Because it's also really important to establish if these people do have victims, if they have taken advantage of real minors. And he just says, I do, I have a couple fails. So trying to get him to admit that he still does this type of things with minors without trying to be sus. So I said, do you usually do it with people my age or nah? I usually do it with older guys, to be honest. So yeah, there are a lot of rip-offs of the whole XYZ bathroom simulator stuff, and a lot of servers are very sus. I'm having to mute the game audio for this because it is probably copyrighted music, but you just look at this. I mean, someone said ABC to do it, I'm girl any gender. This isn't a public example of public bathroom simulator, and someone is asking to basically have... To be fair, this person has kind of been cooked. Someone says, Amelia, who is the person who said it, I guarantee whenever someone spread them slimy legs, a crab jumps out of them like a scene from Alien. Which was greatly followed up by Cool Skinned, who said, Skibbity Toilet. And someone said here, ABC to trade. I really hope they're talking about Pokemon, but I'm quite confident that they're not. And another person who has 14 in their name saying, ABC to control me in IRL, no limits. This is basically being used as a Tinder for predators. People are coming here to get off both kids and adults alike. And yet this game is still played by millions all over the world. And the problem's being ignored by everyone. I've seen enough. I have seen enough. Okay, this game actually has a mute button for once. And also, can I just point out, they have a drinkable can that you can equip, and when you drink it, it makes this weird noise that makes me absolutely cringe. What's the need for the exhale at the end? I don't like it. That's the stuff I'm gonna hear in my nightmares. Look how big these servers are too, by the way. There are literal private rooms that people can have. And I assume they pay Robux for this. Okay, yet another 20-year-old predator this time has invited me to join his studio. So we're gonna see just how different this guy's is from the last ones. And may I say, I am 20 years old, right? I can't imagine my life being so depressing that this is how I spend my spare time. Look, I don't live a fantastic life, right? I live a life that I enjoy. I sit here and I talk about important topics for you guys. But I am very glad that I'm not in the depths of despair where I'm gunning to Roblox. This guy needs serious help. So let's load up Studio and see what this guy has for us then. Okay, so I'm launching Studio right now. I think he's already sent an invite. So we should be able to access that as soon as it loads. Okay, yeah. This guy's invited me, so let's join and see what's going on. This is the guy's profile, by the way. He says studio only, top by frat boy. And he's got maps and also who appear to be minors in his friends list. And a bunch of groups as well, which again is how these people find each other. They all have city backgrounds as well. So before we actually join the game, let's see what we can find if there's anything. Okay, so we found one of the rooms that we're probably going to get teleported to. They have basically a whole apartment set, as you can see. They even have a stripper pole. And there's more rooms like this over here. I assume they're all... yeah, they all look the same. I wonder if there's any different or if it is literally all just this. This one has positions that you can take. Right, let's join then. I think the rooms are all the same. Oh, there he is. There's the main man himself. Shocking stash. Okay, so what does this guy have? He has the same. I wonder if this is just kind of a default, like, set of, like, of sort of scripts that these people have. Because it's literally the exact same. I wonder where they're getting from. My question is, who is hosting this disturbing set of animations for a kids game? Who created this? Because in my honest opinion, their hard drive needs to be checked. Hey, at least this time I am bloody class at deciding what to use. And there we go, he's got a again. What the hell is going on here? I don't know why I'm red. I really don't know why I'm red. Oh my god, they have mouth covers. No way. Dude, what is going on? They have ball gags and everything. Okay, so you don't mind that I'm right? These guys are sick. These people are actually sick. And he said, yeah, it's fine. There we go. Can I hit the gritty on him? No, they don't have the gritty in this. I'm so depressed. Again, I can't show any of this, but you can get the gist of what is going on here. And I'm not going to give this guy any more satisfaction. I've got proof that he's engaging in this stuff, and that should be more than enough for Roblox. But then again, from what I've heard, it might not be. Can I edit this? Can I delete it? That would be funny. Before he kicks me out, what can I actually do here? How can I mess with this? Can I delete it all? Can I remove him? Okay, well, I can at least try and... Oh my god, yes. Can I delete everything? Can I save that? Can I push that change? If I were to play this now, would it have anything in it? Okay. Okay, I've successfully broken his game. It may not be much in the long run, but at least this is hopefully some time that Roblox can look into him while he's trying to rebuild his disgusting, perverted game. Hopefully, that will at least keep him away from a couple of minors and people. He can hopefully be banned before he can actually manage to recreate it. I'm not holding out hope there, especially not considering the company we're dealing with. Okay, I shut down the game. I'm really hoping that worked. And I'm going to report this guy. I've reported this guy. I'll let you know if anything comes of that report, and hopefully it does. And that was this guy's username, by the way. Everyone, please report this guy. And you want to know another disturbing part of this? See, when people go in these disturbing games, there is a recommended section of Roblox, as you can see here, where they will recommend similar games. So it's basically a rabbit hole of, if you find one of these games that predators use to find kids, then you can find a whole lot more. And it's literally recommended to you by Roblox's algorithm. Okay, I want to highlight an example of a predator who knows what they're doing is wrong and actively calls out people who are against them, because this guy called my bluff. His username is RexShark05. Please report him to Roblox because we know exactly what he's doing. His bio reads, Studio, local shark here, if online and stop responding, have someone at the moment, if muted add there. Now this guy blocked me after he added my Discord, but he said in our chats that he was 19, and we can see that obviously because he was born in 05. And he said on Discord, you know, if you're going to catch someone or child predator, you need to do it in your alt, then slowly gain his/her trust like grooming. And ultimately, anyone did math since account was made in 2018. I doubt you've been using Discord at the age of 7. The chances are low and more likely you would have been banned. You tried, and I wish you a good night. Go home and let the real ones do the hard work. Want to do this, then study the laws and get good at working law enforcement. Doing this ends up hurting more people and victims. Said as a person who was groomed and now became this thing. Now Rex is one sick guy. Predators have convinced themselves that people who are actively against them are hurting more children in the long run. Unless you're doing it horribly wrong, I don't think I need to tell you that that is false. When I did a real life predator catch here in the UK and that predator got arrested, he was telling the decoy about how much he hated predator catchers. This isn't the only example of a predator doing this. This guy thinking he's better than someone who's actively trying to stop him is exactly the dangerous mindset. When you've convinced yourself that the people actively trying to do good are worse than you trying to groom a child, that is when things get really f***ed. This person was groomed. That's horrible. I feel terrible for them in that regard, but that is no excuse for turning into a predator yourself. The fact that he even knows it's wrong and describes himself as this thing. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he won't stop it. He's too deep in the rabbit hole. And the fact that this guy is trying to tell me how to do this by saying, you need to gain his/her trust by grooming. He knows a lot about grooming because that is what is actively doing to children. And he's right. That is how you hunt predators. And what's disturbing is that this guy seems to be really familiar with the tactics. He knows how child predator hunters catch predators. And with that, he knows how to actively avoid it. I genuinely think this guy especially is really dangerous. So these are his profiles, his Discord and his Roblox. Please report him. Please do whatever you can. Report him to the NCMEC. Do whatever you can, because just the vibes I get from this guy, and as you can see from this message, I genuinely think he is an extreme danger to children. Okay, so this guy who I've been speaking with in Discord is about to load up a studio for who he thinks is a year-old. This guy is 30 years old and he has made it abundantly clear that he doesn't mind one bit that this decoy is 14. He works 3 jobs. He's been saying about how normally girls this decoy's age go for weird mushroom head teens with perms, and his dream job is to be a crime scene cleaner. Well, great job, because he's about to create one. He sent the decoy pictures of his outfit, and he also sent her a picture of his long hair. He also seems to ride motorbikes, which is interesting. And right now he's booting up a studio as we speak. Okay, this guy's asking if I'd like to roleplay a bit or just get into it, so I said I don't mind. He's still loading up the studio, so I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what this creep wants. And also, I don't think I'm going to delete his world or anything like the other guy, because this guy is another guy who I think is very dangerous, so I want to really shut him down fully in case he is speaking with other minors right now. Especially because I feel like this guy's willing to give me his face. So I'm going to try get his face and hopefully make a full report to the NCMEC. Don't get me wrong, all of this is going there anyway, but individual reports will also be made. I hope this guy doesn't call my bluff as well, because if he has this tab on the right open, it does say member since. I might have to make a new decoy account, to be honest. I've had this one for ages, so it might be wise for me to make a new one at this point. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've had a bit of a stinker here. I need a new decoy account because this is an old account, right? And obviously, I'm trying to make these guys buy that the decoys. So when they point out that the account was made over 5 years ago, doesn't look great. So a new account is very much needed. Hopefully this guy buys it. I really doubt it. If he does, then he's as stupid as he looks. But here are all his usernames as well. Please go report him to Roblox, NCMEC, all of that stuff. Because again, I really feel like, obviously all of these guys are a danger to children, but this guy could be actively speaking to other minors on Discord, because he was very eager to get this minor on Discord. Okay, wow, he actually bought it. He said that's more than okay, but have you had this account since you were blank? I can't say the age here. So I said, I made one back then, but my mum made me uninstall it, and I only have one email, so when I came back to it, I just ended up sticking with it, if that makes sense. And he said, yeah, that makes sense. I was just surprised. Then he immediately moves the conversation onto something again, NSFW, by saying, when did you start getting interested in condos? So I can't believe he's actually bought that excuse, because I'm not gonna lie, I've had a stinker there. Okay, so this guy's just sent me an invite to his studio finally got it up and running. So... oh my god. Okay. I'll show you the name in a second, but first of all, prepare yourself, because the rest have just been called Apartment or Untitled Game. No, not this guy. This one's called Fun with Kids. Can you get more Predator than that? So let's go on it and see what's going on in Fun with Kids, because I'm sure we all want to know, right? I really still can't believe he bought the excuse of, I made the account when I was very, very young, left it for 8 years. And you know, it never actually properly, came to me that the account was made in 2018. Because in my mind, 2018 wasn't 7 years ago. It feels like yesterday we were in those type of years. And now we're closer to 2030 than we are 2017. It's crazy. He says it's a big file, so let's see what's here. Seems to be a big world. I've got a good PC, so hopefully it'll run well. Wow, this is big. Warning, fat asses may cause injury. Fantastic. What does this one say? Caution, slippery when wet. Okay, so they've got stripper poles. They've got massive tentacles. Warning, trespassers will be impregnated. There's a full-on map. They've even got a Mackey's. McDonald's, you might want to sue this guy. You know, it's a literal predator using your branding. A recreation of the town centre from Animal Crossings. Stay away from my game. Do not come to my town. So let's join in and see what's happening then. Oh my god. Okay. For this server, you can actually put your age. I wonder if there'll be any problem if I say that I am not 18. Okay, to no one's surprise, there is no problem when you say that. Oh my god, in fact, it actually has the age that you put right above your player model, so that's basically, it's not stopping you from accessing any NSFW areas. It's actually basically just putting it out there that you are underage and ready to get groomed. I'm gonna say nice world did you make it. Oh my god, they've got motorbikes and everything. This is amazing actually. Why such a good world being used for a game? Don't you just love when you are 14 years old getting groomed riding a motorcycle around the Animal Crossing Times Square? Apparently this guy also modified the game a bit, so it's not his world, but he has modified it. I assume the more SFW elements came from whoever actually developed it, and then he added the NSFW posters and stuff like that. Ah, he's actually just pointed out that the age choices usually don't go down that low, but he has put it that low. So that implies to me that even though he said he hasn't done this with many other kids, that's a lie. If I had to guess, he's definitely done this with more minors than just the one he thinks he's doing it with right now. Because why else would you need age choices that goes young as 10? And this server also has the exact same things that the other servers have. It's the exact same morphs, the exact same animations, and all the other settings. And again, I present the question, what's the origin of this? Who originally created this? And he's saying stuff here like, how degenerate do you want this to be? I say I don't mind. He says, if you say so. So, to be honest, I'm pretty scared about what is about to happen. Right, I need to request a TP to him. And I just know that whatever I'm about to find is not going to be able to be shown in this video. Oh my god. Okay, so he's blatantly acknowledging that he is a predator. So on the wall here it says, warning, pedophiles will get impregnated. This guy's blatantly acknowledging that he's a... I think it's the same apartment models as the other ones though, but it's just edited a bit. So this is a world that someone's taken. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So he's got a map flag on the TV, and he has text that says, children are, and I'm not saying that word, this isn't a fantasy, kids love, give it to them. Oh my god. This guy is so blatant around this, and when he said he wanted it to get degenerate, I didn't think he meant this bad. And all over the place, he's got children's baby bottles, prams for children, cots, and children's toys. And he's literally got a pram right next to a stripper pole. This is disgusting. Oh my god, this guy is very dangerous. I'm asking if he made it all himself. And I just noticed the wallpaper is a map flag. He asked if I like it. I'm saying, yeah, it's nice. It's literally fully themed around being a predator. I'm still asking if he made it all himself. I'm trying to get him to admit to do it because he just said maybe I did make it himself, and I said, oh nice, I couldn't do all this too good. I'm basically trying to inflate his ego in order to get him to admit that he made this disturbing creation. And by the sounds of it, from what he's saying, I would say he did make this himself. Want to use your main avatar. Did I lost my stuff, but I'll put on some sort of avatar. Again, I'm just gonna find some random... Okay, so right now, this guy is actively teaching me how to make my avatar smaller. And I think we can all guess why. He's doing this to fulfill his sick fantasy of getting off of kids. That's the truth of it. And it's disturbing to say that, but look at the evidence we've got. Look at the room that we're sitting in right now. And tell me he's not. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, this person has custom morphs. And it's literally designed for AAMs and maps. So... you can see here they have what I can imagine is the AAM flag on their arms, and on them, on their legs, they have the AAM flag. They have a text that says property. They have Milk Him Dry and one that says Cute Kitty. If we go to the map one, it's map colors. This is insane. And for the eyes, they also have custom things that say bait. And he has so many of these as well. You have one that says kid bait. This guy is seriously concerning. To be honest, I think I've got enough evidence against this guy. I've sat here for enough of these absolute degenerates trying to get off, and I don't think I want to go through with this guy. He just called this decoy a good girl. I am disgusted. This guy is one of the sickest I've ever come across. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything on this server with this guy for long, because the longer I'm on it, the more disgusted I am. And you can see in the back as well, look at this. This is some sort of background like display, and it's literally got a baby bottle on it. This guy needs to be investigated by the authorities, because if I had to guess, he has sadly taken advantage of many more children. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. I'm sorry, but no one makes a room on Roblox, a children's game, as messed up as this if they haven't already got victims. It's horrible to say. It's really horrible to say and think about, but I think it's the truth. I think I'm going to exit the game. Okay, so we have a problem here, because the CEO's response to this is simply keep your kids off of Roblox if you're worried about them running into stuff like this. But the problem there is, why are they allowed to run into stuff like this? Surely, if a platform is built with kids in mind, they need to have safeguarding features, and Roblox have tried, and to be honest, they have failed. Listen, I know that people try to hit home that parents feel entitled. Parents want to just give their kids a phone and let them do whatever they want. And look, I can understand that point of view, but people who think like that have also got to understand where people like me are coming from. Yes, you have to teach your kids the dangers of the internet, and you have to teach them how to navigate it safely, but what companies have the responsibility to do is to make sure that predators aren't using their platform to get victims. And I'm sorry, but the CEO and co-founder can't just use this "don't let your kids on Roblox" as a get out of jail free card. Especially when, like Schlep pointed out, companies and outlets like the BBC are interviewing him and not asking him the hard-hitting questions. There is no journalistic integrity when it comes to that. He claims that the company take things like this very seriously, and that kids aren't able to access these experiences. So tell me why, when I made an account, it took me under an hour to find people who were happy to introduce who they thought was a child to these NSFW experiences. And the CEO has also said that he puts a lot of trust in his platform's age rating system for the games. But the problem is, games like Dollhouse Roleplay have a very low age rating, even though they are known hotspots for predators and members of groups like 764. And it really doesn't paint a good message when people who are genuinely calling out the issues, like Schlep, are being blocked by the CEO on platforms like Twitter. You can't hide from the problem and hope that it'll go away, because it won't. So yeah, that was the dark side of Roblox, and I'm sure it gets even darker than I've shown here today. And for now, in my honest opinion, Roblox remains an extremely unsafe platform for kids. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you. If you did learn something today, a like, subscribe, share the video, all of that good stuff would be greatly appreciated. And let me know in the comments what you think of this disturbing rabbit hole. Don't forget to check me out on social media. I have Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky. And thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members: Brooke, Entreprenaut, Morrigan, K4 Silver, Alex Rod, Based Finger, Carmilla, Tango Slime, Shoshka, Reed, Frozen Rosies, Nisha Coles, and Midnight Kitty. I'll be back soon with another video, but if you want another one right now, then YouTube thinks that you'll like the video that's on your screen.